JoJo, coach said you guys had a real good week of practice, and the last two games that led to pretty good performances on the field. It did not this time. What was different? Why don't you think that happened?
We just got to find ways to win. You know, when your back's against the wall and things don't go your way, you got to find ways to win. That's part of creating a winning culture and just being accustomed to winning and finding ways to win. So that's what I'd say to that.
Omaha World Herald, Sam McEwen.
Hey, JoJo, there was a drive right before the halftime when you guys gave up the long run, and then there was a dropped interception, and then there was a targeting call, and then they scored a touchdown. How much did that drive just kind of set you guys back?
Yeah, it definitely influenced the game. I mean, we were trying to get off the field, get our offense the ball, and then they bust one on the first play. And then with Cam, losing a great player like Cam and missing out on that interception, it's just a tale of the game, right? Like, just missed opportunities, got to find ways to win in every aspect of the game, at every point in the game.
Did they, on that final drive of the game, what were they doing? Because they had more success on that final drive than they did really in any of the second half. What did they do differently, and why were you guys struggling to stop them?
I think it was on us. I think we set the front the wrong way on the big run. And just, we're just trying to make a play, trying to get the ball back. High intensity. They're calling their best plays. We're trying to play sound in every facet, all three levels. It's tough.
Andrew Ward, KLKN.
Hey, JoJo, I asked DCAP about this, but just what was that last little moment you guys had with the other seniors there in the end zone following the game? What were some of the emotions going on?
Yeah, we're disappointed in the result today, but our time here at Nebraska hasn't been about winning and losing. The adversity that we faced, this senior class and the guys that were able to make it through it, to be here today, that's what I'm proud of, and the brotherhood that we formed, and the men we've become in the process. That's what it's about, and we were just sharing that moment last time in Memorial. It was special.
Kevin Suits.
JoJo, can you talk us through that pass breakup you had? It seemed like you got beat initially when the ball was thrown downfield. Did you know that you were going to be able to knock the ball out of his hands, and just kind of walk us through what happened there on that play?
Yeah, I'm in zero coverage on that post, and I was playing catch technique. I was playing the sticks, so I did get beat with speed, and then I did see the ball thrown out of the corner of my eye, and those 3 seconds were just bliss. It was just, find a way to knock this ball out, and thank the good Lord that he didn't catch it.
Brian Christopherson.
Hey JoJo, how do you process this day? Because it's not the normal senior day where maybe some guys will come back next year. I don't know if you've decided what you want to do. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. But how do you take it all in? Just kind of the oddness of this whole day and everything around it.
Yeah, you just try to capitalize on every time you get to step out on that field, and the fact that it could potentially be the last one. It didn't really hit me before the game, but definitely after the game started, and then especially at the end of the game, it really started to sit in. And guys have decisions to make. They got to do what's best for their future. But for all intent and purposes, that was our last game, and it stings.
Andy Kendi, KETV.
Hey, JoJo, they dominated time of possession, which is kind of their mojo. How frustrating is it as a defense to just see them control the clock like that? You're out there for almost 35 minutes today.
Yeah, we have to get off on third down, so we have to hold up our end of the bargain and get off the field, create 3 and outs, create turnovers, which we didn't today. And then just obviously our offense just sustaining longer drives and moving the chains. That's just the game of football. But when you're stuck out there on defense, we like that chip on our shoulder. Like, we understood as the game went on that we dictate the result of this game, because things weren't really going our way on the other side of the ball. So we had to create a turnover, and we had to get off the field, and we didn't do either of those.
We'll finish up with JoJo, Mitch Sherman, The Athletic.
Hey, JoJo, following up on your comments about potentially this being the last game. I don't know if you can process this right now when you're still so close to it, but the stadium like it is today, empty, just your parents there, guys' parents there, senior day. I mean, do you want to remember the stadium like this, or do you feel like, when you look back on your time, it's only going to be those, the 90,000 people there? How will an empty stadium like this, do you think, fit into your memories of your career?
Really just emphasizes like who's been in our corner the whole time, right? Like we love playing for Big Red Nation, and we love playing in front of 90,000, but at the end of the day, like our families and our close friends are what help us like get to where we're at today and who we really play for. So I think it's a little ironic, but it is what it is, and it's a game, and we played the game, and it's a beautiful game. So it's nice to have our family in the stands, even though we are missing out on the energy and the rest of the fan base that we cherish and that we enjoy.